So here we are, folks, back, and we're going to talk for a moment in the area of the advanced bioenergetic sensing technology.
Or techno-revolution.
Techno-revolution, yes. For a number of years, Deb and I have been involved in the area of biofeedback and bioenergetic medicine. In fact, the last 8 to 10 years has been a very important part for us in this, in running schools and teaching others, etc. And it's a very, very big part of our lives, which we've taken into the area of seminars and teaching, and that's really where our focus is now. But we're still doing clinical studies, which we'll get on to in further discussions with you. But right now, one of the most advanced areas we looked at was working in the area of biofeedback. And in our last presentation, Deb made mention of the fact that there is the reading of the electrical features, but now with biofeedback, we can actually help to manage stress and pain through biofeedback, reading the message and then sending a balancing message back. So, Deb, would you like to touch a little bit on that for a couple of minutes and give people an insight?
If you look at human physiology, it's all based on feedback loops. The pituitary tells the thyroid to wake up, the thyroid tells the ovaries to wake up, the ovaries wake up, send an egg, and send a signal back to the brain saying, yeah, egg received, shut off that system, like a thermostat on your furnace. So it's not unreasonable to imagine that if we could tap in with science to measure those feedback loops, we might be able to help increase a stress response and improvements by tapping into the natural systems of the body that would recorrect itself back to what we call homeostasis, to stay home at a neutral point. And the thermos on your furnace keeps shutting off when the house comes back to 72 degrees. So we want to bring new technologies that help your body shut off stress and come back to normal homeostasis. That technology is so far advanced from even a decade ago based on new developments in mathematics, speeds of computer, digital imaging, that we now, I saw a commercial on TV where somebody had a whole bunch of different things on their belt, a GPS and a cell phone and all these different devices, but because of platforms in technology, we can now integrate it into one system. This is what integrated medicine is about, is integrated platforms where information can be taken from the body, fed into a computer, the computer can feed back information into a graphics package, and suddenly I can see a model of what your insides look like.
Well, even in the area of sound, there's programs now, even apps into the smartphone, that I actually have one, that is a biofeedback that allows my body through sound technology, through music or through tones, to balance my system and reduce stress if I get in a stressful position.
Exactly.
I know years ago we would never even have thought of this, and now there are apps on our smartphones. I mean, this is amazing.
Well, I was born and raised in a musical family, and my mother's a barber shopper who sings 4-part harmony, and she is so well trained that you can hear if you're out of key. If you're singing in the choir, and suddenly somebody's off in flat or sharp zone, they stand out like a sore thumb. So now we realize that disease is a normal tone, but if there's a lot of static or cling, you can hear a rougher signal, like static on a radio that isn't on the dial.
Yes.
So we can actually, we can hear if each organ is tuned up, and we now know that if organs are all tuned up, the whole orchestra sounds good. Your health sounds good. You vibrate radiant health. But if you're out of tune, and one of the organs is flat or sharp or out of balance, that may throw off the sound of the whole pitch of you, and you may be sick. But you go to your doctor, and he says, I can't find anything wrong with you. Your blood tests look normal. Why is that? The body adapts and keeps itself trying to compensate for these flats and sharps, where in fact a medical diagnostic equipment now today can pick up, oh, you're just a little off in your pituitary, you're high in your adrenals, you're low in your ovaries, and that complex constellation can never ever be reproduced one person to the next. Every single person is so individual that we now have to come back to a new kind of health democracy where everybody gets an individual look at their health, not the cookie cutter average look, but exactly what your map is saying about your body to give me better signals as to how I can balance it out.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is wonderful seminar stuff. This is stuff where we could spend the weekend with people.
Believe me,
and folks, that we're going to do that. We're going to have that available to you. We're going to do the circuit. We're going to talk to you. We've just got so much to give you, and these are our initial introductions to who we are. But I guess what I just heard you say is that there's evaluation equipment. We're leaving the diagnosing to the people that have been trained properly to diagnose.
And who have a medical legal license to do so.
That's right.
Which is only 5 professions: doctors, chiropractors, massage therapists, psychologists, and dentists.
Well, there you go. So we can look at it.
But it's not fair to just say that those are the only people who are going to be involved with your health, because we're advocating personal health care, no matter if it's integrated with other complementary health care, other nutrition, other modalities other than those 5. So I just want to make sure that health democracy is availing this raw material or informational fact-finding to anybody you're working with, irrespective of their professional designation.
Well, you can see that we certainly have some great conversations back and forth here, and you know, the whole idea, and again, with me being 30 years in the natural health world, and Deb being almost 30 years in the medical world, we get quite a thing going back and forth, and we ourselves are learning to integrate. We ourselves are learning to use the words properly so that you, the public, can understand where it is all going, and that's what we want to teach. And our whole idea is to help you evaluate where you are in your state of wellness so we can help you on that road to wellness. And the road to wellness could be a short one, could be a long one, but here we are.
Straight or curvy.
Straight or curvy, uphill, downhill, peaks and valleys. It's all over. So
and it's all unique to you.
It's all unique to you, but again, we're wanting to share with you. So bioenergy sensing technology, besttriage.com, John Sargent, Deb Drake, we're here to help you. See you again the next time. We've got so many topics to talk to you about. This is going to be a fun thing. So we have to break for a little bit, and we'll be back to you again soon. Bye for now.
Let it roll.
Let it roll.